Hey, what is going on, guys? RvzStealth here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at 10 of the strongest bot lane combos for patch 9.21. So these are going to be the strongest combos here for the end of season 9. So if you are looking to get to that next rank before the end of season, if you're looking to duo queue, play some strong duo queue combos in the bot lane, or if you're just looking to have the best synergy that you can play when you're playing solo queue down in the bot lane, then this video should help you achieve that. So with that being said, guys, let's get started. All right, so starting things off here, one of the newer combos we've seen a rise of over the past couple patches here is the Caitlyn Swain lane. This is probably your strongest straight up kill lane in the game at the moment. Very strong kill pressure in the lane, especially once you hit that level 2. Even at level 1, you have kill pressure in this lane because what you can do is Swain starts his E there, Caitlyn starts traps, and a Swain E into Caitlyn trap at level 1. If you can hit that, it basically means you just win the lane. You chunk the opponent out super hard, and if you can just continuously hit that combo in the laning phase, you're gonna have a ton of success with this combo. The combo might take you a little bit of time to get used to at the start. As the Caitlyn player, you gotta make sure that your trap is planted as soon as the Swain E hits, because when the Swain E hits, he waits like half a second, pulls them into your trap, and then if that happens, you get a huge chunk off on the opponent. So the combo definitely works a little bit better if you can play it in voice comms and you guys are just on the same page at all times, but it can still work in solo queue for sure. You just have to make sure that if you are the Caitlyn player, that you're always on your toes and you're always being aware of when that Swain E hits. I think the surprise factor this lane does provide makes it that much better as well. Most players, especially in the lower elos, have probably seen limited time playing against Swain support, so they're not really going to be respecting the range, or they're not going to respect being hit by that early on in the laning phase. And as the Swain player, if you can consistently hit your E in the first couple levels, you're going to be able to get kills every single lane. Like if you're not getting kills early on in this lane, you're probably playing it wrong for the most part, especially in the lower ranks. So definitely a very strong kill lane that you should be looking to pick up for the end of season. All right, another great kill lane at the moment is the Ashe Nautilus lane, and this is basically, once you hit level 6, this is the never move combo. Like the opponent will just never be able to move once you do hit your Ashe arrow on the opponent, or once you hit your Nautilus ultimate, because the amount of chain CC this combo has is just insane. If you just hit one CC ability, if you hit a Naut hook, if you hit an Ashe arrow, like they're just gonna die. There's no counterplay to it. The opponent can't really do anything against it unless they end up building like a QSS, or they end up taking cleanse, which is probably not going to happen very often. So if you can get to level 6 with this combo and you're at least even, or even if you're ahead, then you can just completely take over games with it. What makes the combo even better in this patch and at the moment is that both these champions are the strongest for their respective roles, or at least you could argue they're the strongest. So Ashe right now for AD carry, you could argue Caitlyn, Ashe are two of the strongest at the moment, but Ashe is definitely up there. Also for Nautilus, you could argue Blitzcrank, Leona, best supports for this patch, but these champions are very good nonetheless, which just makes the lane that much more devastating. This next combo, a bit more of an unconventional one, but with the mages being played down in the bot lane right now, and with Veigar being one of the better mages, I do have a combo for him. So it's going to be Bard paired up with the Veigar, and this is a great level 6 all-in combo, because what you do at level 6 is if the Bard hits his ultimate, it guarantees that Veigar can hit his E stun on the opponent, because he just lines up the edge of his E as to where the opponent is going to come out of the Bard ultimate, gets the guaranteed stun after that, bursts them out with their full combo, or with his full combo, and it just makes it so you get a free kill at level 6. Like there's nothing the opponent can really do against it unless they do flash the Bard ultimate. Early game with this synergy is a little bit weaker, so you're not going to be able to snowball as hard as your Caitlyn Swain lane or as your Ashe Nautilus lane, but if you can farm it up with Veigar in the early game, get your Q stacking and get to the level 6, and you're at least even in the lane, then once you do hit the level 6, that's where you can start to take over the lane. So a great Blitzcrank lane at the moment. He is one of the strongest supports in the game, so pairing him up with the Jinx there makes the lane that much better. Blitzcrank Q into Jinx E almost guarantees you a kill at level 2, so a very strong level 2 all-in combo. You really want to be pushing for that when you are playing this combo, because the Blitz Q guarantees that you're going to hit the Jinx Chompers, and if the Jinx Chompers hit, the enemy is just going to be CC'd for an extremely long duration, and even if they do try to flash out after the CC ends up expiring, you're probably just going to be able to flash after them and finish off the kill anyways. So you just have so much kill pressure in this lane, especially once you do hit level 6 as well, a lot more burst potential. So the blitz hook, if that hits in this lane, it's going to be free kills all day. The Jinx W there just complements Blitz so well in the laning phase too, because it's a long range slow ability, which makes it so that if you can hit that consistently, Blitzcrank has a much easier time hitting his hook. If the opponent is slowed, the chance of you hitting a hook with Blitzcrank goes up by a ton, so it just makes it so that even if you are playing with a pretty bad Blitzcrank player, if you can hit that W with Jinx, if you can play a good Jinx, then you can make a bad Blitz player look pretty good. So a pretty classic combo here for the next one is going to be Kog'Maw paired up with Lulu. So the combo does get even stronger for 9.21. Both these champions surprisingly got buffed in the exact same patch. So if you can play a good Kog'Maw and a good Lulu, I do think the combo is worth picking up now for the end of season. This synergy isn't really one that's going to stomp the early game really hard like a lot of the other combos. It doesn't have a ton of just straight up kill pressure in the laning phase, so I do think you have to be a little bit better of an AD carry player. You do have to know how to micro a little bit better in team fights in order for this combination to work, because you do more so rely on pulling off those mid to late game team fights and being able to stay alive and position well in order to make this combination work to its fullest potential. So I would say it works a little bit better for the higher elos, but it can definitely work for the lower elos too. If you can get ahead with this combo in the early game and you can get a lead, then if the Lulu just sticks beside the Kog'Maw, uses her ultimate on him at all times, and the Kog'Maw can position decently in team fights, you can still have some really good success with this synergy. So a new combination that's kind of popped up over the past couple patches here is the Heimerdinger paired up with Shaco. This is just a very good laning combo, probably the best laning combo you can play in the game at the moment. It's basically the never die lane, because you got your Heimer turrets, you also have your Shaco boxes, so it means that if the enemy tries to ever engage on you in the laning phase, they're just gonna die instantly. They're gonna pop, they're not gonna be able to even look for an engage on you at all, so you're gonna have perma pressure in this lane. You're gonna be able to poke the enemy under tower and always have the priority in this lane matchup. It's also going to be very difficult for the enemy jungler to even ever gank you throughout the whole game, because with the Heimer turrets there, with the Shaco boxes, you can just block off gank paths for the enemy jungler. With the Shaco, if you just put down boxes to where the enemy jungler is going to be looking to gank you from, they're just never going to be able to get in, and you're just always going to be very safe in the laning phase with this combo. Once you hit level 6, I'd even say that this combo could potentially 2v4. If you're ahead a little bit in the laning phase and you got your Heimer ultimate turret and you got your Shaco ultimate, then you can 2v4 with this combo, or there is 2v4 potential. So even if your team isn't very good, even if your mid laner is losing lane, the enemy jungler gets ahead, if you can do well, if you can get ahead with this combo down in the bot lane, then you can win games even when all of your lanes are losing. One of the more classic kill lanes is the Jhin paired up with Zyra, so you just have kill pressure pretty much throughout the whole laning phase with this combination. As early as level 2, you can get a kill in the laning phase, so you should be looking to push for that level 2 with Jhin Zyra. If the Zyra can hit her E on the opponent, get that root, it makes it so that Jhin can follow up with his W, hit his root, so the chain CC potential with this combo is really insane, and if you can hit those two abilities at level 2, you're going to at least burn the enemy's flash, if not pick up a kill every single time. Once you reach the level 6 with this combo, it becomes that much more insane. If you hit a Zyra root, it's going to be a guaranteed kill. There is no escaping Jhin Zyra once you are level 6 with them, because you got the Zyra ultimate to follow up on her root, you got the Jhin ultimate there, so if they somehow end up escaping from the Zyra root, then Jhin follows up with his ultimate, and it just makes it so the enemy is never going to be getting away, and it makes it so you get so many kills in the laning phase with this combination. I do think this combo has the best raw carry potential out of any combo in the game, just because the Zyra and the Jhin are both very good carry champions in themselves. The Zyra almost every single game is going to be topping the damage charts as a support champion. You're going to be building full AP on the Zyra pick, so in the mid game there, you're going to be able to provide your team with a ton of damage. You're going to be able to pump out a lot in mid to late game team fights, so even if you do have that like 0-10 top laner or that inting mid laner, you should be able to still carry a lot of those games if you do get ahead early with Jhin Zyra. Another really good hyper carry synergy is the Vayne Janna lane. So this lane, like the Kog'Maw Lulu one, is a little bit weaker in the early game, so your main objective when playing this duo synergy is to just get past those early levels, make sure you're not dying in the early game, get to your core items on Vayne, and then in the mid to late game, if your Janna can play it well, if she can sit beside the Vayne, make sure the Vayne just never dies with the Janna peel there, then you should be able to have a lot of success inside those mid to late game team fights. I would say similar to the Kog Lulu combo, you do have to actually be a decent AD carry. You need to micro decently in team fights in order to succeed with this combo. It's not just like a face roll combo like some of the other ones in this video here, so it takes a bit more skill to play, but if you can pull it off, if you can play a good AD carry and you can play a good support, then you can do very well with this synergy. I just think Janna complements Vayne so well because a lot of Vayne players are going to be playing a bit too over aggressive in team fights. They're not going to be playing it perfectly. They're going to be getting caught out of position. So with the Janna there by Vayne's side, it allows her to reposition in team fights. If Vayne plays a bit too aggressive, Janna can come in there, use her ultimate to knock the enemies away, allow Vayne to back up, reposition a little bit. So it's just a great synergy and both champions complement each other very well. Another very good kill lane is Draven paired up with Thresh. So this is going to be a lane to where if you get one kill in the laning phase, the enemy will not be able to CS for the rest of the laning phase. The amount of zone you do have in this lane, if you do get a lead with the Thresh hook there, he can just look to walk up towards the opponent's tower. If they walk up a little bit, you can just hit them with the flay, hit the hook. Draven's going to be cashed in already and he's going to be ahead of the enemy AD carry. So you're just going to have so much burst potential if you get ahead with this combination, and it just makes it so that you're just going to continuously kill the opponent over and over again in lane if they do end up overextending for CS. Now this is definitely easier said than done for sure, because if the Thresh player is not very good, if he cannot hit hooks in the laning phase, you have no kill pressure at all. So you have to be at least a bit of a practiced Thresh player in order to make this combo work. You need to be able to hit those hooks consistently in the laning phase. So with this combination, just be playing off that Thresh hook in lane. Whenever it's up, look to play aggressive, look to be fishing for those hooks. Whenever it's down, you do have to play a little bit more reserved. And then lastly, to round it out here, another lane that does have a lot of kill pressure in the early levels is Leona paired up with Miss Fortune. So both these two champions very good at the moment. Leona's been buffed recently, Miss Fortune has also been buffed recently, and this combination is just your classic kill lane. Very good kill pressure at level 2 with the Leona EQ combo followed up by the Miss Fortune auto attack. Get the reset with your Q auto attack. You just have a ton of kill pressure at level 2 there, and you're going to burn a flash every single time if you can't get the 2 before the opponent. So always be pushing for that. That's very important with this combo. Level 6 becomes even that much more insane too. Like the level 6 all-in with Leona Miss Fortune is probably the best all-in for any combination in the game. The amount of lockdown you have with the Leona there allows for Miss Fortune to get a fully channeled ultimate off, and it's just the perfect synergy for Miss Fortune because any champion that can lock somebody down for an extended duration and allow Miss Fortune to get a fully channeled ultimate off is going to be a great synergy for MF. So that is going to be all for this video, guys. So a couple new combos in this video here, a couple of the old classics. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Those are going to be the best combinations you can play down in the bot lane right now for patch 9.21. So if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you have yet to already. So thanks for watching. Have an awesome day, and I will see you in my next video.